So now I'm going to create a stream on top of int table. See, as I mentioned, I'm not going to specify any columns or anything for the stream. So whenever I'll create a stream, it is a kind of a in which whatever the base table you are thinking, on that base table you are just going to create the stream. So now if you see, this is my base table int. So now these are the columns are there in this int table. Now I'm going to create a stream on top of this particular base table. So as we discussed, when I create a stream on this particular base table, so the stream also by default will have all these columns, and apart from these columns, 3 additional metadata columns also will be populated into the stream. So now if I'm going here and I'm just creating a stream. So the syntax is for objects, all the objects, it is a standard create or replace or create if not exist. Any either way you can use it and you can create the object. Create or replace, object type, object name, and on table on which base table you are creating. This is my base table, this is my source table. I'm just putting a comment. So I'm just creating the stream. See, now the stream is created. So now if you look at, just select star from the stream. See, this customer name, customer ID, email, city, customer state, all the columns by default populated till customer date of birth. But apart from that, 3 additional metadata columns also will populate by default. So this is what I'm talking about, the metadata columns. So it will be kind of a action, update, is update, and row ID. So now whenever you populate the data into this int table, immediately the stream is going to capture the changes. You are not going to do anything with the stream. You just created the stream. The Snowflake, it is doing itself on behalf of you, and it is making your job easy. So now I don't have any data in this stream. I don't have any data in that int table. Okay. So now I can create a task every 1 minute, and this particular task is going to run this particular merge statement. Run this particular merge statement. So instead of executing the through task, let me execute for the time being manually this merge statement. So what this merge statement is doing, so what I'm doing, I'm just joining these two int table and stage table, and based on that customer ID join condition, if it is a match, then I'm updating these values. If it is not matched, then I'm inserting the values into the target table. So here my target table is a int table and my source table is a stage table. So when I ran this merge statement first time, what will happen? We'll see. So 9 rows inserted into that particular int table, because initially I loaded these 9 records into the stage table. I don't have any data into that int table. So now I have loaded the data into the int table. So now if you see the select star from customer stage. So I have 9 records. So now coming to the int table also, I can see 9 records, right? So now I'm selecting the stream also. See, the stream automatically by default populated the data, whatever I have populated into the int table. So this is what we are discussing. Stream will mirror the data from that particular base table, and it doesn't hold any data automatically by default. So whatever the data is present in this particular table, it will mirror into the stream, and along with the data set, you can see 3 additional metadata columns: action, is update, row ID. So is it a kind of a what type of operation? Is it a insert or update or delete? So now if you see, these all are inserts only. These all are inserts only, right? So is it clear so far? Any doubt so far? How the stream will populate the data and what are the metadata columns by default will populate? How the stream is by default is going to be capture the data? Is these points are clear or any confusion? Just let me know.
Yes, clear.
Till here clear, right? So how we are going to create a stream and what are the metadata columns are there, how the data is populating into the metadata columns. You are not doing anything. You are just creating that stream. That's all. Snowflake is doing your on behalf of you. What about others? Is it clear? Please let me know if you are not clear.
Clear.
Okay. So now if you see, just let's take an example of this ID is there. So I'm going to see that entry is present in stream also. If you see that entry showing as a insert. So if I delete this particular record from this particular table, int table, okay, I have deleted that particular record. So now if you go to that particular stream and if you see that entry, it will show as a, wait, ah, what it is showing here still insert, right? So now let me do the update also for this ID. I'm taking one more ID. So now I have removed this particular record. From this table is not available because I have removed this particular, sorry, this ID difference is there. Okay, so now if you see this particular entry from that int table and I'm able to see stream also. Now I'm going to delete this particular entry from the int table. Okay, so now I'm going to see the streams. What will happen? What is showing? What happened here? What happened here?
Data remove.
Yes,
Because
it's
you
not
have
showing
deleted
anything, right?
in
That
table.
particular record is
That is remove.
removed, right? Which means it is also deleted here, right? So when I delete that particular record from this customer table, the stream also it just removed it. So this is we called as a offset within one point in time, which means see now for example, if you see that stream, where is the stream? If you select the stream, how many records are there? Total 7 records are there because I have removed 2 records by mistakenly. So now if you see in int table also, how many records are there? So int table 7 and stream also 7. But what we are discussing basically, the stream ideally it will capture the all DML operations, right? It should capture, right? It shouldn't remove the records, right? But why it got removed here? So this is where that offset discussion will come into the picture. So if you consume the data from the stream, then every time each and every change, it will consider as a new change. But if you don't consume the data, don't consume the data in the sense in the stream, I still remain the data. I didn't consume the data from the stream. So consume the data in the sense, if you query the data from the stream and if you process the data from the stream to other downstream tables, then the stream will become automatically empty. So now what it means, see now practically here. So now how many records are there in this int table? 7 records are there. Stream also having 7 records are there, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to the final steps. So consume means you are fetching the data from the stream and you are going to populate the data into the target table. So once that step is executed, automatically the stream will become empty, which means, see now what I'm doing, I'm just inserting the records into the final table. So I want to find out the only inserts. So here also I can execute the task, but I'm just manually running as of now. So now if I ran this particular insert statement, what I'm doing, I'm picking only inserts records and I'm going to insert the data into the final PRS table. So which means how many new inserts had happened to the particular table, I'll get to know. Finally, I can do the select star from count of this particular table. Then I'll get to know how many new customers added to that particular product. So that is my one use case. So now when I execute this particular insert statement, the 7 records are inserted into this particular table, which is a target table, right? So now select 7 records there. So now if you go back and if you see customer stage is total 9 records are there. If you see in INT table, I have removed 2 records. So 7 records are there, and stream nothing is there because I have consumed the data. I have consumed the data from the stream, which means I have populated this data into final table. So now if you see here, PRS, I can see the 7 records are present. So before executing this particular insert statement, if you are doing something with respect to those 7 records in INT table, so the stream will capture only within the time period. It won't capture as an individual change. Everything consolidated change, it will consider it. So now if you go ahead now and if you delete some other record now, so now I'm going to delete a new record from the INT table. Out of 7, I'm going to delete one more record. Stream is nothing is there because once the stream is consumed, nothing is there. So now I'm going to run this merge statement again to populate the data into the INT table. See, 2 rows inserted, 7 rows got updated. So now if you go back INT table, you have same number of 9 records. And if you check, stream is having 2 new inserts, and because these are the new 2 records got inserted into the particular table, right? So now if I'm going to delete something from this INT table, what will happen? We'll see. One row got deleted. So now let me go here that INT table. Nothing is there. Let me see into the stream. This is also what it is showing as a delete. It's capture, right? Now the delete got captured. Now if you see that 3 records will come, 2 newly inserted, and this is a delete operation. Now again, if you call that insert statement, these 3 will be vanished. But before executing that, consuming the data from the stream, if you do something with respect to these records, it won't capture as a separately. So now, for example, if I'm going to update something for this existing record, this entry is there. So I'm just going to update something for this particular entry. Nothing is happened because that record is already deleted. That record is already deleted. So now if you take something which is available in INT table, take this one and just update it. This is the stream. It is a insert record. So now I'm going to update that particular one. Now I'm going to see the stream. What will happen? What it is showing? It is still showing as a insert, but the value got changed. So this is what we called as a offset. It means every change, post that change, If the stream is consumed, then the next change it will consider as a new change. But if you won't consume the data, before consuming the data, if you are performing multiple changes, it will just capture the final change, not like all the previous changes. See now, before consuming the stream, what and all I have done here, I have inserted the record and I have updated the record. So it will capture only updated on the sense only the value will change. It won't captured as a new change. But if you consume the data and then if you modify something, then it will consider as a new change. See now, take another example for the same case for your understanding purpose. So now this is my INT table. Take of example of this particular ID. Just try to follow if you are like not able to follow. Again, I'm just repeating. Okay. So now this is record is available in my INT table. Okay. Now first case we'll see. So this entry is present. Okay, I have only these three records. So now let me do one thing. Let me populate another set of data because I have same data, right? So it won't capture the stream because already those 9 records capture, right? So I'm going to populate another set of data now into the stage table. So I'm became stream is empty now. So now int table and this is the PRS table. So let me make it clear for you what I will do. I'll just truncate these tables. Now if you see stage table, I have around 20 records are there. Now on INT, nothing is there. In PRS also, nothing is there. So first time I'm going to execute the merge statement. So 21 records got inserted into the INT table. So now if you see in INT table, 21 records are there. Whatever is present in stream, same thing. Whatever is present in stage, same thing in present in INT. Now I'm going to see the stream also having the 21 records saying as a insert and delete. Why? Why it is showing as insert and delete? Anybody has any idea? Now my stream is showing as a 29 records. Why? Anybody has any idea? Ideally it should show 21, right? Why it is showing as a 29? Okay. Because I have truncated the data, right? So truncate means whatever the data is present in that INT table, it is going to be deleted, right? So it captured those changes here. So that's why 21 plus other 7 records became populated into the stream. Okay. So now let me go to these operations. Let me populate freshly. Then you will get more clarity on this. I have recreated the base table. So automatically the stream will become invalid. You need to recreate the stream also. So now I have recreated the stream. So now if you see stage table having 21 records and INT table, I don't have anything. And PRS table also, I don't have anything. And if you check the stream also, you wouldn't have anything. I'm freshly starting now. So now stage table having 21 records. INT table is null. Stream is also null. PRS also null. Nothing is there. Okay. So now I'm going to run this particular merge statement initially. So automatically these 21 records will be inserted into the INT. Now the data is present in stage INT stream because the stream is created on base table, right? 21 records present, all are inserts. Okay. Till here clear, I hope, for everybody. So now only the confusion will start for most of the people. So these DML operations, how it is going to be captured. So that is the only confusion many of the people will face. I have seen earlier also. That's why I'm repeating multiple times here. So now if you see, take any particular ID. I'm taking this particular ID. Okay. So now if you see, this ID is present. This ID is present in stream also. Okay. So now I didn't consume this data from this particular stream. If I remove that particular record from the table, now if you go back, I have removed some other record. Let me change. Okay. So now if I remove this particular record from that INT table, if you go back, that record won't be there and it won't be there either in stream also. Okay. So now the same case for the same ID, how it will behave when you consume the stream and if you delete the record later point in time, that we can see. So now other than this particular record in stream, multiple things are there, right? There are some 20 records, 19 records are there. Okay. So now before consuming the stream, till this point is clear at least. Before consuming the data, if you remove the records from that base table, automatically those records will be removed from the stream as well. So this is clear. This point is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to consume this data. Means I'm going to put the data into the target table from the stream. See now the stream became empty. This point also is clear, right? Once you consume the data, the stream will become vanish. Everything is gone. One offset is completed now. One transaction point is completed now. This point is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So now after consuming the stream, if I'm going to delete another record from this INT table, what will happen? I'm just taking another record here. I'm going to delete it from the INT table. So now if you see, this particular entry is present in INT and nothing is there in the stream, but I'm going to delete it now. One row got deleted. Now if you go here, check, nothing is there. But if you check here, entry will present. It is showing as a delete. So this is the difference, which means within the same period before consuming the data from the stream, if you do the DML operations, it will all consider as a single snapshot and it will capture the only one change, not all individually. But if you consume the stream and if you're doing these DML operations, each DML change, it will consider as a separate one. So before executing that insert statement, if I delete something from that INT table, that is simply removed from the stream also. But after executing that insert statement, after the stream is became empty, and now I'm going to change something in that INT table, automatically the change will capture as a different change. Now I want to update something else here. Now this particular record I am going to update it. So now if you see here, name is a Harini, and I'm going to update as a Scott. See, now if you see the stream, it will have only one entry. Okay, so now I'm going to update another entry from the entity table. So now if you go to the stream, and if you see, 3 entries will come. See, this particular record got updated, and this is the deleted one. So now if you see here, so this is the delete one, and this is the updated one. So each update, it will populate as a 2 entries in the stream. So this is the old record, and it will delete, and it will insert the new record for each update. This is how the updates will track, and this is how the deletes will track, and this is how the inserts will be tracked. So if you, whenever you insert, it will consider as a insert. Whenever you update, it will consider as a delete plus insert. When you delete directly, that will consider as a delete. So this is how all the DML operations will captured by the stream. The only key point you remember here, yes.
It will happen after only consuming data, no?
Yes, yes. So now see, now 3 records are there, right? So now I have updated this one. So ideally, when I updated something, it should capture as a 2 entries, right? So now if I'm not consuming this stream, and immediately if I'm doing another update, so now let me do one more update here. So instead of this, I'm putting Tiger. So this is already updated record for this particular ID, right? Already I can see that entry is present here in the stream. Got it, right? So for each update, it will consider as a 2 records. One is delete, other one is insert. So before consuming this particular stream, I am going to perform another update on existing record. So what will happen, you'll see here. See, I have updated in INT table. Now if you go to that particular INT table, you might have seen for that particular name is, where is that? Is it deleted or what? Oh, sorry, I have deleted that one. Now I'm just, so this is just now I have updated. I set as a Tiger. Now I am going here. See, Tiger is got updated. Now if you go to the stream, you can see Tiger. So if you consume each and every change, it will consider as a different one. If you didn't consume, before consuming that, if you are performing multiple things, it will consolidate all the changes. It will take as a final one. It won't take as an individual change for each and every record. If there is a particular record is there, and if you insert that, it will consider as an insert. And if you consume the stream, then if you update something, it will consider as a 2 records, insert plus delete plus insert. Then you consume the data, then you delete that particular record from that base table. Then the stream will consider that as a delete separately. But before consuming that, if you perform all these 3 operations, the stream also will perform automatically all these operations, and the record will be gone. That's how the streams will work. You just want to clear about this functionality, how this DML changes is dealing with the without consuming the data and with consuming the data. Then you will get more clarity on it.
Sir, after consuming data,
Mm.
we are happening these changes. Is that changes replicated to the presentation table?
No, until you consume the data, it won't present. Na? See, now if you see this particular stream, I have a 3 records. So these are the changes present. So now, for example, if you see 1299, customer name is a Tiger. Now, if you go to the PRS table, where customer ID still having old data, right? Because these are the changes happened just now. I didn't consume the data yet.
Okay.
Yes. See here, the only tricky point is before consuming the data, what will happen, and after consuming the data, what will happen. See, if you are consuming the data every transaction, It is a pretty much straightforward. So if I have one particular record, I have inserted, then I have consumed the data. The same record will be inserted into that final table. Now, if I modify that particular same record, so then the stream will capture that modification as a two entries. One is a delete one and another one is a insert one. So now again I have consumed the data. Now the two records also move to the final table and the stream will become empty. Now in that base table, if I delete that particular record, then the delete also will capture by the stream and you can consume the delete also. But without consuming, if you perform this insert and update and delete, stream will capture only delete. That's all. So that's all from my end. If anybody has any queries, please let me know. So during interviews, people will ask, okay, so I have updated three records or I have inserted three records. Now the stream having the three records. Okay. Now before processing the data, before consuming the data, I have removed two records. So how many records will present in the stream? One record, because I didn't consume the data, right? Out of three, I have deleted two. So the remaining two will gone from the stream also. This is a call we call as a scenario oriented questions. Sometimes people will won't ask straightforward questions. They will ask kind of a real time scenario oriented questions. So in such kind of scenarios, they will tweak with respect to this functionality. So without consuming the stream, how the data is going to be captured. That is the important thing. You can just practice once, you'll get more clarity on that. If you're still not clear, just let me know. Once you have done one hands-on session, then I'll clarify again. Okay, so that's all from my end. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Sir, running notes provide in this topic stream.
Yes, I'll share that once.
I have a doubt.
Yes, please go ahead.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, please. So is it related to today's or it is related to previous session?
Yesterday's session, sir.
Okay.
Sir, yesterday when I tried to put that put command, na, sir, it's throwing an error.
Maybe you might not select that right path.
No, sir, path I had selected in a right way because path is something like.
Okay, just hold on. So anyways, that is, let me take attendance. The people whoever is wants to leave, they can go off. Then
Okay.
we'll discuss on this.
Yes, sir.
Just hold on a minute. Quickly I'll take an
Okay.
attendance, then we'll.
Yes, sir.